Hey, uh, this is weird. I'm kind of waiting to see if it's gonna show up on other things. My other ones? All right, yeah, I exist still. Weirdly enough, I kind of know a good amount of people who don't anymore, which is a huge bummer. And some of them are just terrible. Wow, I'm starting this off bad. um, uh, yeah. I haven't posted in a lot of years because I mean, I got really depressed. I was already really depressed, and I was just really good at hiding it for short periods of time on my channel. Um, but then again, I was also a kid, so I wasn't necessarily allowed to like. But then again, I was also a kid, so I wasn't. Oh my God, I showed up on my own phone. That means that I was streaming for the whole beginning when I was and I. The name like Alyssa had come from an English teacher who wouldn't let us say like or yeah. And if he did, he'd take a whole point off of our final letter grade. Anyways, I made the channel so that I could say that. Funny enough, my uh, musical theater teacher in 8th grade was always talking to us about how her brothers were gonna be so famous and how they had a YouTube channel, but, like, mine was more popular, so I was always like, "Oh, okay, Miss Fine. Your brother's YouTube channel is gonna pop off for sure." And, it did, and they tried to copyright reaction content. Bitch, reaction content is everything, except that I'm not doing that right now, so I guess I can't say that it's everything. Anyways, yeah, I really kinda just wanted to, like, check this feature and see if it existed, and then I'm gonna leave this up as a live on my channel, which is very strange. Um, and I guess I'll do more? I don't really know why, but I guess just kinda, keep the project going. Yeah, I'm 31 now. I know I said I dead named Alyssa, uh, 11 years ago, which I did. I'm non-binary, I know I still present really femme. Um, and this is actually probably hugely shocking for if you only knew me back in the day when I was extremely Christian conservative. I'm gonna have to go through this channel a lot and kinda figure out what's problematic as fuck. But I got really lucky that a lot of the people on here kinda, were nice and had patience with me and explained why I was kinda shitty all the time and, not understanding of a lot of things. So I have a huge amount of faith in people that they can change. Because looking at my old YouTube channel, this channel, uh it's sketch. It's not good. It's bad. Also, my voice is different, and I haven't addressed that yet. I smoked a lot of cigarettes. I smoked a huge amount of cigarettes, just like so many cigarettes. And I don't mean that to encourage anybody to smoke cigarettes because my voice sounds amazing now, especially compared to the way it used to be. Actually, it sounds worse than before I quit. I quit 2.5 years ago. Um, and it got more high pitched again, and it was really annoying to me for a little bit when it started coming back to its high pitchedness. But it's certainly not as bad as it used to be. Then again, I was a teenager, but I think the last post I made on here, I was 19 or had maybe like just turned 20. Um, Bad times, dude. I was drinking and smoking, like doing a lot of stuff back on this channel back in the day, uh, that was, like, really questionable because I was so young. I'm about to have a sip of this really fancy Hendrix, which is wonderful, and you should try it. Not sponsored. Yeah, but I was trying so hard to be a good Christian kid on this channel before that Wowie, wowie. Uh, I was not accurately representing myself. Um, then again, it's because I could get grounded if I hadn't been, representing a better version of myself. I'm still on fine terms with my parents, they're fine people. Uh, yeah, uh, my brothers are awesome, they got even cooler, proud of them. Um, my personal life, I live somewhere different now. I'm not in Orlando, I made it out of Florida, so that's exciting. I've been working in film full time for 8 years, and I know on my channel, I talked a lot about how I was hoping to, and, yeah, I have a lot of optimism about it, and I'm glad to say now that I'm at the point in my career where I have lost all my joy, and, any love for the magic of filmmaking no longer exists. It has been replaced by 2 inches of existential muck covering all of me at all times. Um, yeah, it's going great. The film industry is a nightmare, but I keep doing it because I'm good at it. I'm an AD. Well, I'm a union or on union films PA. PAs aren't union, and then non-union AD. Uh, I passed my days to get into the DGA, but have not put my book in yet because it takes 600 call sheets and pay stubs. Um, and at that, I can't even begin to think about starting to put that book together. My friends did because all my friends who I PA'd with have now moved up, and I have not, because I keep getting severe anxiety at the idea of putting my book in. Also, NAD, you don't really get to be creative. It's an assistant director. So I've never gotten to contribute anything creatively to the like 30 projects I've worked on, 30 or so. Um, uh, yeah, and that part's not ideal. I certainly wish that I had contributed a little bit more to all the things that I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in. So literally, so literally. Um, and you also kind of have to be the bad guy. Being an AD is something that I had pursued in large part because it requires being good at organization and math and some basic managerial skills and basic tough ass managerial skills. And I kind of wanted those things and I kind of wanted to know that I could do them. Um, so I kept pursuing it no matter what and pushing, pushing. And now I don't enjoy being the bad guy. And that's my whole job. So don't super duper love that. And I've been trying to look at how to pivot. And I do background stuff. And I like acting. You can't really admit that though when you're in the AD department because they just want to know that you care about being an AD and to keep working on that. Also, because it's my job to work with actors a lot. And I think they don't want to think in the AD department that when you're working with actors, you care more about learning what they do and care more about like getting close to them and shit than you care about the AD department. And that's not remotely true because I obsessively care about getting good at my job in the AD department to the point of only realizing once I passed that I didn't even necessarily enjoy it. But being able to uh, do more things in film has been nice for me, not just keeping it to one thing. But I would never ignore my AD job or my PA position and whatnot to try to do other things. I can multitask. Um, So I hope that eventually I'm able to transition more into acting and not lose all the respect that I feel like I worked really hard to get as an assistant director, you know? We'll kinda see how that goes. Um, Having a YouTube channel and posting on a YouTube channel is strange in that regard too, because I mean, if I talked about stuff like any movie or TV show, I probably know one person who's worked on it, and I probably need a job from at least 5 to 10 people on it in the future. So, it's difficult to critique anything, um, when I kinda need these people and this stuff, but that feels lame, um, and also, I think in a large way, probably nobody gives a shit what I'm doing because 'cause I'm a PA and nobody gives a shit about us. Um, so that's probably not gonna be too bad if I wanna do that. It's funny, I really was gonna do a live stream where I was gonna be like, "Yeah, I still hate cleaning," because one of my first videos on here is I hate cleaning, and I'll record some. This is where I live, isn't it cute now? I I am as cute, if not more cute. I'm kidding. That's hysterical. I'm significantly more cute than, when I was younger. You know, I think if you're gonna disagree with me at any point, even as a longtime viewer, be like, "You were cuter as a teen." That's weird. So, I think we're doing alright. Um, I'm definitely going to end this fairly soon and get back to I was watching Lori, because I work in film now, I can't watch film or television because it just bums me out. I think about how much it costs and what their shooting schedule was, and that's all I do, except for Return to Oz, the Purge series, and, Now You See Me 1 and 2, soon to be followed by Now You 3 Me, which is in production right now. Actually, okay, I'm not gonna start talking about this right now, but I'm gonna talk about this a little bit right now. Now You See Me is a series that was made by the same person who wrote Bill and Ted and Men in Black. And I am so fucking sick of the disrespect for the Now You See Me series where people think that it's not satire. And you know what? Quite frankly, even if it wasn't satire, it's so funny that like, how are you gonna not take it that way? Like, how fucking dead are you inside? How much joy are you lacking in your heart if you can't watch the Now You See Me series and laugh at the three separate times Jesse Eisenberg says, and I'm paraphrasing, well, I'm verbatim quoting one of the times and paraphrasing the other two times. Can God do that? About a magic trick that I saw in the Orlando Science Center when I was 11 years old. Um, that's silly. I went to the Orlando Science Center much earlier than 11 years old. Anyways, um, I'm going to let you see real quick that I have very cute shoes. I wore my shoes inside my house because I had so strongly planned on cleaning my apartment and doing another like, "Oh, clean with me" type dealio. But that's just not gonna fucking happen because I don't wanna clean anything. And instead, I think I'm gonna go down to the pool, even though I have a gnarly sunburn. I don't really give a shit, because your girl's at least doing well enough. That's a strong word. Your girl's at least saved up enough that, she lives in a pleasant area for the first time in her life. Probably why I wasn't posting for, like, a decade. Uh, we were struggling out here. I'll get into that more. It's not been easy. I know when I was younger, stuff wasn't necessarily well, it seemed very chill, and there was kind of like a lot of rough stuff going on that I just didn't talk about. And it only then got rougher for like a decade. But this is the chillest my life has ever been and the calmest at 31. I'm 31 now. Isn't it sick? We fucking made it, bros. Look at uh yeah. I'm doing all right. And it was good to live stream and remind myself because I was kinda sitting here and panicking a lot. I've had another day of panic because that's just kinda what I do, is panic, about everything at all times. But I thought, you know, I'll live stream a little bit to my old channel because I figured out how to get in here, um, and that will make me feel better, and you know what? It has. Because it kinda helped make a lot of the stuff that's been going on with me two-dimensional when I start talking about it here. So that's nice. Maybe this is good for my mental health. Oh, I got diagnosed with bipolar and, schizoaffective disorder. Um, so we don't have to, sit around and wonder uh, what the fuck's going on in my head anymore and why I am like this. My bully at the time, Will, oof, he he always told me, he's like, I'm gonna become a psychologist so I can figure out what's wrong with you because you're so like mentally ill. There's definitely so much happening. This man did. He did become a psychologist. He devoted his entire life to the study of bullying me. And I fucking love that so much. That's psychotic. That's unhinged. That's a level of being obsessed with me that, like, frankly, I respect, not gonna lie. So, everybody becomes psychologists to figure out what's wrong with me. It is bipolar and schizoaffective disorder and a good amount of trauma, but we're working on it and we're talking about it. You see this? This is good. I like this. I'm gonna do this more. I live stream watching movies at the drive-in sometimes, um, but even that gives me anxiety. Under my new name, Grizzly Goldman. I've been going by Grizzly full time, yeah, for 11 years yesterday, June 23rd, 2013 was, yeah, first time I went by that. So, or not the first time I went by it, the first time I uh, full or introduce myself that way, deciding that I didn't need to introduce myself as Alyssa anymore. So I guess June 23rd, 2013 was the last time I ever introduced myself as Alyssa in a non-legal, like to non-cops. If I deal with a cop, so fast, your girl's pulling out the Alyssa. My name is Alyssa. Nothing interesting or strange or different or anything about it. Um, yeah, because I wanna get a loan one day and I wanna continue to be able to open bank accounts and shit is why I haven't gone by Grizzly, like, legally changed my name to it. I don't really wanna get stopped at TSA every time, and if I legally change my name to Grizzly like I want to, then yeah. And, like, sure, I coulda picked a different non-binary name. Oh, I still go by any of the pronouns, so, like, don't worry if you accidentally say she because I'm presenting femme a lot of the time. Uh, I don't really give a shit. It doesn't really affect me at all. It was more the not having to exclusively go by she anymore. I got a little rip in my reflector. I have a reflector, dude. I'd show it to you, but it's just gonna reflect light directly in the thing. Um, Boy, what I'm learning right now is that I can talk, more than I thought I could. Because anytime I've live streamed from the drive-in, I just talk about the movies. I haven't, like, sat and recapped my life since I was a teenager in a hot minute. Uh, can't really think of a scenario in which I have. Um, Aw, I just got a text from a friend. That'll be really lovely. It's a friend without any social media, so she routinely will just text me uh, photos of her life and her cats and stuff. Because she'll just send photos directly to friends rather than posting them and waiting for them to like them. And I think that's just the most wholesome thing in the whole wide world. So I'm gonna look at those. Gonna go to the pool before the sun sets. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna end this stream. I'm doing okay, is the update. Doing more okay now that I've live streamed, weirdly enough. Did not think this was gonna be helpful to my mental health, but look at that. It kind of is. Um, yeah, here, I'll take you over here with me so you can see my reflector for 2 seconds while I figure out how to end this stream. Oh, there's a little thing that says end stream. Well, that makes it a lot easier because I really thought that it was going to take me a hot minute and I was going to fuck it up uh, and take a while looking for it. But yeah, um, that's what's going on. And I hope that you, one of the 662 people that, let's go 62 people, 600 bots that are still following me. Um, That's a lot of people. That's more than I would get on a new channel, I think, if I started a new channel. Um, and that's really nice of you guys for having wondered what was going on with me when I was younger. Unless you're a weirdo. Let's go like 60 people, two weirdos, 600 bots. I'm kidding. It's probably 60 weirdos, two nice people. Um, I don't really give a fuck. Mostly, I'm kind of grateful that I had this thing to focus on when I was a teenager. Because being a fucking teen was hard, as it is for most people. Um, so, yeah, thanks for having been there. If you've watched this, oh my God, thanks for watching this. You have no reason to. I think I might post more stuff. So, I guess keep an eye out for that. Your subscriptions will tell you. You don't actually have to keep an eye out for that. But yeah, it was lovely. I hope that you have a lovely day. Uh, y'all are wonderful. Y'all are lovely. Um, and I shall see you later. Bye.